WrestleLost. It's WrestleLost. It's WrestleLost. Can you believe it? King Bad God. Oh. I see that, JR. It's triggered. It's Johnny. It's Drew. Can you believe it? It's going to be a slobber knocker. As they say, anything can happen on WrestleLost. Welcome to WrestleLost, folks.
Yes, it's here. It's the WrestleLost Derby cast.
The sniper.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to WrestleLost. It's been a crazy day. I wish I could say the same thing for the week, but we'll get into that. So to get it going, here's Johnny.
And the weekend's not even over yet.
Yeah, exactly.
So, back in November 2020, AEW announced that they were going to have their first video game. Finally, after almost 2.5 years, we finally have confirmation that AEW Fight Forever is going to be released on Thursday, June 29th.
Hell yes.
Yes.
Here's the reason why I love this. Is because I will be on a fucking vacation.
Yeah.
And I can't wait.
And I'll be on vacation just a little over a week after that. So, yeah. I actually pre-ordered mine back on August 15th of last year, thinking that the game was going to come out in last year, but no, it did. It did. But I got an email from Amazon saying that, hey, you're going to get the game delivered to you the same day it comes out. So we'll see if that happens.
Yeah. It's been a crazy time waiting for this game to come out. We've been impatiently waiting. So now that we have an actual date, we will patiently wait for it.
Yes, and we've said for a long time that this was going to be the first game that we were waiting for this game because it's going to be the first game that we're going to play on stream.
Yes, we are going to play this game on stream. Y'all are probably going to get tired of us playing this game. We're going to play it so much. Yeah, I'm going to play it as much as I can.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck yeah. I can't wait for it to come out.
You weren't going to get me to buy 2K23.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to buy it, and I knew of some people that were wanting to buy 2K23 as well because they were waiting for Fight Forever. And one of them messaged me and they said, I'm just going to go ahead and buy it because I'm tired of waiting. And they messaged me that the day that they announced the release date. So I said, no, don't buy it. We got the release date. No need to panic buy.
Yeah.
So, yes, we are waiting for this game. It's less than a month. Well, about a month.
About a month. Yeah, month from Monday.
Yes.
For the date. Or anyway. The date, anyway.
Yes. Yeah. I can't wait, dude. It's going to be so good.
Yes.
And, you know, have you seen the screenshots of the, like, how the blood is going to look in the game?
No, I haven't.
I've seen it, and it looks pretty good to me. Some people are hating on it, but it's AEW, so people are going to hate on it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always going to happen, so I ain't worried about it. But what I heard about the blood is if you don't – let's say you're going to play with your kids, right? For those that have kids. And you don't want them to see the blood, which it's AEW, so they've already seen that shit. So I don't see why there would be a problem with it. But just in case, you can turn it off completely.
Okay.
So
yeah, I can see that.
It looks like there's going to be options to this game.
As long as it's not like the original Mortal Kombat and have a big code to put in for blood.
Oh no, it's going to be like, oh hey, look, you don't want it? Okay, just click here and it's.
I remember doing that shit.
Yeah, it was. games have evolved a lot.
Yeah.
So hell yeah, I can't wait for this shit.
AEW has signed Aussie Open, Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher. They've been free agents now for a while, but they picked them up, and they had options that they knew people in WWE as well, but AEW was able to land them. And at last week's NJPW Strong Resurgence show, Mark Davis suffered an injury, a torn meniscus, which meant that they had to drop both the IWGP Tag and NJPW Strong titles. And so, because of that, Mark Davis had to have surgery. Well, guess who paid for the surgery? Tony Khan, and that was before they signed. So
Yeah,
that was that was a way to get them into AEW, because he took care of them.
hell yeah. Look, man, I'm gonna be completely honest because I did hear about all of this as well. That he paid for the surgery before they even signed with AEW. I know what people are gonna think, and I'm gonna be honest. I thought the same thing. I personally don't know how much this surgery costs. It's probably a lot.
Yeah,
So here's what I'm gonna say about it. If Tony wanted to pay for it, cool. I know what you're doing, Tony. You're guaranteeing people to come to your company. But that's if that's what you have to do to kind of edge people into coming into AEW instead of WWE, cool, good. Do what you have to do to get the people that you want. If they ended up signing with WWE, he would have just chalked it up to a loss. But I'm pretty sure he would have been appreciative of Tony helping him out with surgery. He wouldn't have just let that slide.
yeah, because I'm pretty sure if they went to WWE, they probably would have put him in NXT. And yeah, even though I don't watch NXT, I do hear about it. I don't like the way Dragon Lee's being handled in his early run with NXT. He doesn't feel like a big deal anymore.
Yeah, it's not what it used to be. I don't. It's going to take a lot for it to get back to black and gold,
But
which
but here's
was
the incentives of working for AEW compared to WWE. WWE probably would have paid for the surgery after they were signed,
yeah,
because they do pay for like on the job injuries, but that's all they pay for.
yeah,
And in WWE, you got to pay for your own travel, your own hotel, rent a cars. AEW, that's all covered.
hell yeah.
So,
So th- their pay is decent. They cover all your stuff, and any medical situations
and you don't
that
work
you run into, they help you.
as many dates.
Yeah. So it's in a way less injury risk.
Yeah.
So hell yeah, it's a decent place to go work.
So here's some other notes from Resurgence last weekend. We have our first ever NJPW Strong Women's Champion, which was Willow Nightingale. So congratulations to her. It was, however, supposed to be Mercedes Monet. The title was even designed for her, but unfortunately, during the match, she suffered a broken ankle, and they had to come to a finish for the match, and she'll be out for 2 or 3 months. And also on the card, Kenta became the new NJPW Strong Openweight Champion. He beat Hikuleu, Moxley, Willa Yuta, and Shota Umino defeated Okada, Rocky Romero, and what's his name? It, Ishii. Yeah. And interesting, Will Ospreay defeated Tanahashi to wrestle in the finals of the little U.S. title tournament they've been having. He's gonna go up against Lance Archer at Dominion in early June, and the winner of that's gonna probably go to Forbidden Door to face Kenny for the title. So I'm guessing that's gonna be Will Ospreay.
It has to be Will Ospreay, man. He fits the build more for that title.
But here's the thing: do they want to do that at Forbidden Door, or do they want to wait for All In?
I mean,
I would do it at All In because that's a bigger stage.
yes, that is a bigger stage. So I could see your argument for that. Wherever, and this is gonna sound like a little bit selfish, wherever gives them the opportunity to have the better match. You know?
Yeah,
Maybe the rules are a little bit more lax on Forbidden Door, so they would be able to do more stuff physically that they might not be able to do.
well, both shows are going to actually would be in an international territory. So you know,
Yeah, I guess they could work it either way.
yeah,
So yeah, whichever one just allows them to have the better match, obviously. But if it's on the bigger stage, I understand that too, because you want eyes on this match.
yeah,
So hell yeah, all in, bro.
yeah. Also, Dakota Kai suffered a torn ACL a couple weeks ago during her match with Liv Morgan, which Liv Morgan was also injured in as well. But Dakota Kai got the worst of it. So a torn ACL, that's probably out between 6 months to a year.
Which sucks
Yeah,
because they're really working this storyline of, are they going to stay together or not? Like, what's going on with Damage Control?
yeah,
Like, they were right in the middle of it too. So the fact that she got injured here sucks, but we just hope she recovers quickly, you know,
right.
which she will, in a timely manner, but in a full health is what I mean.
Yeah. So back to AEW, we got the announcement of AEW Collision, which is going to be on June 17th. And the first show is going to be from the United Center in Chicago. So that pretty much guarantees CM Punk is going to be there.
I'm still hearing different things being said.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it guarantees that CM Punk is going to be there. But the thing I'm hearing is, do they do something before that, as in tomorrow night,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
do they just wait?
Maybe he shows up during Anarchy in the arena.
Yeah,
I've heard that too. But there's also a lot of course, with CM Punk, there's always behind the scenes issues. Uh, and this week has been no different. There had been word that he wanted to bring Ace Steel back into the company. Some people are reporting Ace Steel has already been back with the company for a few weeks now, and they just have him working at home instead of on the road. And it was actually suggested by Chris Jericho that they bring him back. And I know some people are saying they don't want him back. And then CM Punk was saying, well, if he's not back with the company, then I'm not going to come back. But then AEW sent CM Punk some legal documents because CM Punk is still contracted with AEW, talking about some stuff for him to sign that he can't say anything to defame someone's character. He can't he can't miss any shows that he's scheduled to be at. He can't like pull what he pulled at the media scrum, just talking out off the rails. So, and if he doesn't comply with that, he's going to get sued by AEW.
At least this time, AEW is covering their bases.
Yeah.
That way, you got to set guidelines this time. And it looks like that's what they're doing. So, hell yeah, man. It looks like they're covering all their bases this time around. That's what happens, man, with the new company. You just got to learn from the mistakes. And they're learning as they go. So, hell yeah.
So I'm gonna end the news with this. How would you feel about watching Monday Night Raw and or just Raw and SmackDown on Amazon Prime?
On Amazon Prime?
Yes.
Well, I mean, now that I have Amazon Prime, sure.
It could be a possibility because they had the upfronts a few weeks ago for AEW had theirs with Warner Brothers Discovery, and that's when the whole collision was announced. And but NBCU and Fox also had theirs. They had WWE didn't really have a presence there at their upfronts. And from what I heard, the negotiation window for Fox for SmackDown has already closed. The negotiating window for NBCU for Raw is still open for now. So that means we may be seeing SmackDown on a different network, possibly moving a different night. Nick Khan is saying whatever he can to accommodate advertisers and the media, media companies, because it's all about the money. So whatever they want, they're going to get.
Hell yeah.
He said they're going to stick with the third hour Raw. That they're he's not. They're actually he said they would consider even moving Raw from Monday nights if that's what it took. Which Raw has been on Monday nights since it debuted in '93.
Yeah.
They're also talking about, and this may play more if it does go to Amazon Prime. The third hour of Raw would be more adult oriented. So,
I would want the whole thing to be more adult oriented.
I'm just saying. Well, the third hour would be adult oriented if they landed anywhere else but Prime.
Oh, okay.
If they were on Prime, there would probably, I'm sure there'd be no restrictions.
Yeah. If you're gonna put it behind the paywall of Amazon Prime,
Yeah.
I want everything.
Yeah.
I want no restrictions.
Go back to full Attitude Era.
Yes. Anything goes. Because so it wasn't until about 2 weeks ago that I recently got Amazon Prime again, just because I was going to use it for some shit. But I ended up keeping it. I put it in the rotation of shit that I pay for. So, yeah. I don't know how long I'm going to keep it once I get bored of it, or if I get too many subscriptions going again. I'll have to see which ones I let go. Yeah. But I just don't see myself hanging on to it just for Raw and SmackDown unless if they up the product. So,
right.
Hell yeah. If they up the quality of it, yes, I'll keep it for it. But if they don't, I'm cutting it.
I have Amazon Prime, but more for the the shipping aspect of it, not for the content.
Yeah, that's what I got it for, because I was going to do a lot of ordering from there this month. So that's why I originally got it. But if you have it, why not? You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, they're really gonna have to push a better Raw and SmackDown product out there if they want me to keep it for that reason.
Yeah, so we'll see where those TV rights deals end up in the future.
Yeah, we will see.
Yeah. So that's the news for now.
All right. Well, now that we've gone through the news, I'm gonna go over to Johnny and get his moment for WWE this week.
It's just the two of us this week.
Yeah, it's just the two of us this week. It's graduation season. What can we say?
Yeah. So, of course, SmackDown and Raw were leading up to today's Night of Champions, which we'll get to here in a bit. Uh, but we started to see some bigger cracks within the bloodline last night on SmackDown, which was pre-taped the Friday before. Uh, in a backstage segment, uh, Roman and the bloodline, Solo and the Usos and Paul Heyman were in the back, and Roman was still upset about the week before when they interfered in his promo segment at the beginning of the show. Jay stood up, and Jay was like, I'm done with this. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get something to eat. And Roman kept telling him, "No, sit down, sit down." He just stood there. So Roman stepped up to him and like was trying to was like begging him to hit him, but Jimmy broke it up and they walked out. Uh, and then in the main event, it was it, it was Sammy and Kevin Owen. They had a match against was it was it was it Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar, or was that last week?
I think that was last week. So this is on SmackDown, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let me pull it up here. Mouse, where are you? Because I know I have it. So SmackDown. Okay, I thought I had it. So this was the main event.
Yeah.
That's on SmackDown. The main event was the Bloodline on the KO show.
Oh, that's right. I don't know why I was thinking there was a match. Okay, yeah. Now I remember. So yeah, so Kevin and Sammy came out for the KO show, and when they were going to introduce Roman, Paul Heyman came out first and said that the tribal chief will come out when he's ready, but before he could come out, the Usos music starts playing. They come out and they basically started saying that that they're the heart of the bloodline. They, even though they're not the champions anymore, they consider themselves the tribal chief of the bloodline, and that's what brought Roman out. Roman got in the ring and he knocked the mic out of Jimmy and Jay's hands. Sammy started talking to Roman, "Hey, it's over. The bloodline is finished." Roman knocked the mic out of Sammy's hand, and then KO gave Reigns a stunner, and then they all started brawling, and that's how SmackDown ended. So that was my moment of the week.
Yeah, it was very chaotic as far as what happened with the bloodline. The Usos claiming that, well, it was Jimmy, right, that claimed it, or was it Jay?
It was Jay.
Okay. Jay claimed that it was that they are the real head of the table.
Yes, head of
And
table. I said tribal chief. I meant head of table.
well, it's the same thing.
Same
Tribal
thing.
chief, head of
Yeah.
the table. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
He said both, so
Yes.
it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter which one you say. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, them making that claim and that bringing out Roman, it made me instantly go, "Whew, man, you fucked up. You fucked up."
Yeah.
That chat was going on in my mind right when he said it.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
yeah, just that whole final segment and how it went down. It made us believe that it finally was coming to an end. And I think we're getting there, especially with what happened. So
Well, I think we're already, we'll talk about it, but I think we're already
yeah,
there.
yeah. I think we're about there, but there's still a little bit of story to tell. So hell yeah. That was some good shit. My moment directly ties into Night of Champions as well. Because what I liked the most this week was just the use of Zoe Stark. The video package they had her shoot and that they showed before her match this week, and her just coming out and I can't talk,
Effort.
effortlessly beating Candice LeRae. Yes. I had a feeling that, and I started seeing this as of 2 weeks ago. I'm feeling that there is something real special that they're going to do with Zoe Stark. I'm just getting that vibe, especially the way they've been treating her and the way they've been pushing her. I just hope they don't let off the gas because they're known to do that.
Well, also from what I heard, WWE, they're about ready to introduce the next generation of stars because they have
Yeah.
a lot of the same wrestlers right now that have been main eventing, that are getting up there, like especially like AJ and Rey Mysterio and Edge, even
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, even LA Knight. LA Knight's already 40, so
Yeah.
yeah, so that's why they had all these NXT call ups, and they're going to start focusing more on them.
Yeah. It's getting up there when you're saying, yeah, man, Seth Rollins is getting up there. It might be time to start looking for younger talent for when they have to retire.
Yeah,
Not too long. Well, I say not too long ago, but it was like 8 years ago, roughly. We were like, hell yeah, the Shield and Seth Rollins, like they're all badass. They're the future. And now it's like we got to start winding this shit down and building new people. You know,
yeah,
it's crazy how quickly time flies. But yeah, with Zoe Stark and Legado del Fantasma, like the building up of new stars, I'm glad they're finally making that decision because Seth Rollins is still going to be around for a couple of years.
yeah,
But
yeah. You know, Seth will still be around, Cody will still be around, but
yeah,
you know that they'll just eventually they'll just start to weed them out.
yeah. So unfortunately, yeah, we got to start building these new stars, and Zoe Stark is one of the ones I'm excited for. So, hell yeah. I see good shit coming from her in the future. So that was my moment, but there's one other thing that I wanted to bring up about SmackDown, and I'm pretty sure you'll agree with me on this because I'm hearing this from a lot of the same. I'm hearing the same thing from a lot of people. I know they have a chance of making pre-recorded shows go the way they want them to go.
Yeah.
You are in complete control of how these shows look, especially since that's what you did this week because Friday's SmackDown, and obviously you can't make it in less than a day to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So it had to be pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Here's the issue I have. The piped in crowd noise.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna do it, at least do it good. It did not sound good on this show. I don't know whether it's that I don't pay just that much attention to detail, but normally I can't really tell the difference. But it sounded like shit on this show. And that is one of the major things everyone is pointing out.
Yeah, I did.
I think I can't remember who said it. It was actually, I think it was either Tempest or Luke from Wrestle Talk said it sounded like a vacuum.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sounded horrible, man. So
And
if you're gonna do this type of show out of necessity, at least make the crowd noise sound normal.
right. Yeah, because I'm not trying to make excuses for them, but I think maybe the reason they did that too is because they recorded this after last week's live SmackDown. So the crowd was probably already tired as it was.
Yeah,
So they probably didn't put too much effort into it.
yeah, but it being the go home show, you at least got to put a minimal amount of effort
Yeah,
into it.
I mean, you have a chance. You got to watch a WWE Super Show.
Yeah,
They don't do that often anymore.
no, they don't.
They used to do it back in the mid 2000s all the time. I went to a few of those. I went to one where we one night we got tapings for we had Superstars, ECW, SmackDown, and Raw in one
Damn,
show.
how long were you there?
It was like a 5-hour show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
5 hours isn't bad.
and this was back when they were still doing 2-hour Raws. So,
Okay.
yeah, but
All
that's,
right.
yeah.
I'm just stuck on 3 hours, so 3 hours is what I default to.
This was like 07, I think.
Okay. Yeah, man. Just work on that crowd noise. If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna use it, at least make it sound good. So that's the only other issue I had with it. So before we move on to AEW, since today was Night of Champions, or as I like to call it, Daylight of Champions, because it was in the early morning here for us. What did you think of the show as a whole?
It was actually good, and there were a few surprises. We got a white hot main event angle at the end of the show. It started off with a great match for the world heavyweight title. We got a surprising new champion besides the world title, and there was a squash match, but that was all right. And yeah, I thought Ali put a good effort in to get together.
Yeah. So one of the things I was hearing about leading up to Night of Champions is that people expected Mustafa Ali against Gunther to be the squash match.
Yeah.
So for Ali to get that amount of time and to get that good of a showing, hell yeah, I was happy for that. And I'm glad Rhea Ripley beat the shit out of Natalia.
Yeah.
And what was it? Was it even 2 minutes? Was it even a minute, bro?
Like a couple minutes. I don't. I really wasn't paying attention to it.
I didn't even time it
No.
because I knew it was going to be a quick match.
And
So
the funny thing about that was that today was Natalia's birthday.
happy birthday! You're going to get beat in less than 5 minutes. I'm done. Look, I know people like Natalia. Okay, family and all things taken into consideration. I just don't see it, and I've said it before. So you know what? I'm just glad Rhea beat that ass, and I'm still jealous of Dominic because he got carried like a baby afterwards. So
Well,
I was jealous of that.
yeah, he's dumb.
He's Dom Dom. I want to be Trig Trig. Please carry me, Rhea. Okay, this just got a little weird.
So
Yeah.
Oscar's the new Raw Women's Champion, even though she's on
Yeah.
SmackDown. But I'm glad that somebody finally beat Bianca.
Here's what I want. I'm gonna make the connection, even though it's a connection you've made before. We already got one of them to happen. Asuka is the new champion. I need another new champion tomorrow.
Yeah,
Jade Cargill, it's
Yeah.
your time to lose.
yeah.
Yeah, we've already got a better champion in Asuka, a champion that I'm actually excited for. So I just want Taya Valkyrie to win.
Now they just need to do something with the belts. I mean don't just swap the Raw and SmackDown titles.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole belt situation is still a bit awkward, but at least we got the better champions out of the deal. Like we kept Rhea as champion, and now we got Asuka as champion.
Even though Rhea's the SmackDown champion.
But look, man, there's still that issue they need to clear up. But
Yeah.
at least we corrected that champion situation. And on a side note to what Zach is putting in chat, I feel you on that, man. I've been getting a lot more sleep these last couple of days, so I feel you on that. But yeah, I'm just like you. I don't care for Natalia, and yes, her and Dana Brooke look too much alike. They're the same person. They do minimal moves, and they just don't click for me. So I agree with you on that. So yeah, man. Fucking Oscar getting that win, bro. Uh Mustafa Ali putting on a hell of a match against Gunther. Seth Rollins being the new champion.
Yeah.
Like that match, we need to go back and watch because we were still at work when that match happened.
Yeah.
We were just listening to Wrestle Talk
Yeah.
on that part of it, but it sounded like a hell of a match. I need to watch that.
Brock Lesnar got the win over Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, Brock got the win over Cody. It was still a good match.
Yeah. So,
I was able to catch that one.
So that's going to continue.
Yeah, it's definitely going to continue. Yeah, Zoe Stark coming out and helping Trish Stratus
Yeah.
get the win over Becky Lynch. I was not expecting that.
No, and neither was I. And
I was not ready for
And
her.
now it appears that Trish and Zoe are going to team up because they went up the ramp together. So I'm thinking that maybe Lita comes back and tags with Becky.
Yeah. Yeah, Lita needs to come back and help out Becky now that we're back at a 2-on-1 situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, she needs to come back. So,
Okay, and now for the main event, which was Sami and KO versus Roman and Solo. So towards the end, and the Usos go out there. They they start landing super kicks on Sammy, and this was there was a ref bump. So of course there is because it's a Roman match.
yeah.
So that's when they got it. They were gonna. Well, no, they super kick Sammy or Kevin on the outside. They were gonna super kick Sammy on the inside. A double super kick. Sammy moved, and they super kicked Solo. And that's when Roman turned around and saw what happened, and Roman got pissed,
Yeah.
and the, they started arguing back and forth, and what we the person who you wouldn't think was the one that came out on top here, Jimmy landed several super kicks onto Roman.
I counted 2, but it was definitely more.
Yeah, I heard 4. Uh, and yeah, and after one of the super kicks, and Jimmy turns to Jay, said, I'm going to do what you should have done a long time ago," and that's super kicks him again, and that referee came to, and KO got the stunner, and Sammy got the haluba kick on Roman, and that's how they actually, no, it was on Solo because Roman was already outside the ring, but they got the win. They're still tag champions. Sammy and KO were celebrating in the ring. Usos uh, were outside the ring, going up the aisle, and Roman was just sitting there, like what just happened.
Hell yeah.
So I think we just saw the beginning of the end of the bloodline.
And what I liked the most about it was when after Jimmy hit the first 2 super kicks, Jay was still a bit conflicted.
Yeah,
So that's when Jimmy turned to him
and that's
and
when he said the
he
shit
pretty
is
much
done.
told him, "It's us.
Yeah,
Like, I have your back. We the ones.
yeah.
Not it's no longer them. It's we. You and me. It's always been you and me." And
So
I
we
fucking love it,
Yeah,
man.
like I said to Freddie when we first came on, the best ending to a pay per view of the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
At,
until
at least that has the claim for now.
yeah, I was gonna say maybe until tomorrow night, but we'll see.
Yeah, but either way,
Yeah,
whether AEW does a better ending tomorrow or not, I'm still gonna remember this.
yeah, that's going to be one of the highlights at the end of the year when they do all the end of the year lists. That's going to be on a lot of those lists.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be on my list.
Yeah,
So yeah, man, that was just
yeah,
the perfect ending.
and they just opened up a new chapter to the story.
Hell yeah. So yeah, man, a lot, like let the rumors start running as to what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen in a good way though.
Yeah, because
Maybe
now
Jimmy goes on to beat Roman.
yeah, because now yeah, because now Roman's vulnerable,
Yeah, he
and
really is.
yeah, they could do that. I could see Jimmy facing him at SummerSlam
Yeah,
and beating him for the title, and then that's how Cody gets the title.
yeah.
Maybe,
I could see that happening.
maybe Cody wins Money in the Bank. I know a lot of people are saying that.
Yeah, and we'll see when he cashes in if that happens.
Yeah,
If he actually wins it, but yeah, I see a lot of people doing that. And Zach says, "Will Jay follow Jimmy?" Yeah, yeah. I think what was it? Only once, whenever they had them split apart. I think they did that story once or twice.
that was at the beginning of the bloodline because you remember Jimmy was out with an injury,
Yeah,
so it was Jay, it was main event Jay Uso.
yeah,
That's when the whole tribal chief head of table stuff started.
yeah. So I if it was me and how I think things are gonna go, he stays loyal to Jimmy. Think they're gonna stay together.
Yeah,
Yeah. Jay's gonna come around.
and I think eventually Solo's going to come around too.
Yeah, because eventually Roman is gonna find himself alone.
Yeah,
So hell yeah. Zach, I've been asking myself the same question for months. He just put in chat, and my main thing, where is Lexi? Dude, I've been asking myself the same thing for questions. If they're not gonna, if Roman,
Roman.
fucking Roman on my mind, if if Bray isn't ready to come back anytime soon because of the situation he has going on, I think they need to start doing stuff with her. She's definitely ready. She's put it out on her Twitter that all they got to do is call her and she's ready to go.
Yeah,
So if you're not going to be able to do anything with Bray Wyatt anytime soon, use her, man. We miss her. Like time is running out. Time is gonna start running out if you don't use her.
yeah.
So
Because guess what? She's going to wind up over in AEW,
yeah. So
and we'll get Lexi Kaufman
I hope so.
or no Lexi. What's her
Don't
name?
say it. I don't want that fucking name. It's
It's okay.
not.
I
It,
forgot
it,
his name anyway.
oh, I know what it is, but I'm not gonna fucking say it. Fuck that dude. Ruining everybody's chances. Douchebag. Okay. All right. I need to calm down.
Yeah. Oh,
Blood pressure low.
Andrew's not even here to trigger.
Yeah, it's like, do you have an earpiece? Are y'all somewhat connected?
He's
And
like he's like my Vince McMahon to my Michael Cole.
yeah, Zach, I see what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
You're trying to work out the name. It's not Caballero, okay?
Oh,
No, no, don't. See, I shouldn't have said anything. See what you did, Zach?
no,
He
no.
probably remembered now. I think he remembers, and don't say it.
Made me cough. Yeah, now I know who it is.
Damn it, Zach. Yeah, but fucking perfect, near perfect Night of Champions. I enjoyed the whole show, and it's been a while since I've been able to say that about a WWE pay per view. So
Yeah.
props to them. So now that we've made it through our moments for WWE and Night of Champions, I'm gonna go back to Johnny and get his moment for AEW.
So we had the contract signing between Adam Cole and Jericho. Uh, Adam Cole went out there with Roger Strong, and Jericho had he had the Jake Hager and the 2.0, whatever you want to call them, guys out there, and so they were outnumbered. So after the contract was signed, uh, Adam Cole said, I got basically said I got someone to help us out because we're outnumbered, and this person is, and he started running off the list: homicidal, suicidal, and genocidal. And even when he started saying the homicidal, and he said death defying, I knew he was talking about Sabu.
Yes, sir.
So the music starts, Sabu comes out, still looking as hardcore as ever.
Chunking chairs like there's no
As
tomorrow.
soon as he comes out, he starts chunking the chairs.
Uh,
So not only is he going to be in Adam Cole's corner tomorrow, but he's also going to be the guest enforcer. And
yeah,
this is going to be an unsanctioned match.
hell yeah.
So if he's playing both roles, I wonder who's going to win the match.
I have no clue.
Yeah,
But here's the thing about Sabu. Even if he's in your corner, which Adam Cole brought him in, so that's what people would think. But do you really know? Are we really sure? With Sabu, you never know.
that's true. And according to Tony Khan at the media hall the other day, that this is pretty much just a one-off appearance.
Yeah. So fuck it. He's just there to enforce.
Yeah,
And I wouldn't be surprised if he just starts swinging chairs at whoever's in front of him.
and I like when he came out and Taz was like, "Hey, I know that guy."
Oh, I'm sure you do. Like Jericho's in the back, like, fuck this guy. I remember this guy.
Yeah, Jericho. He only had one match with Sabu when Jericho spent a little time in ECW.
Yeah. Hey, how you wouldn't happen to know how old Sabu is, do you?
Uh, I could do a quick search. I
I,
could ask.
I
Let
can
me
fact
mute.
check it.
I'm going to ask you. You know who? You know who?
Okay. He's asking his Lexi. Not the Lexi we want, but it's the Lexi we have.
So he is he is 58 years old.
Okay, so that's not bad. That's not bad. You know what? If they're down for it, I know Tony said it's a one-off, but if he's able to make it work, I wouldn't mind seeing a quick Sabu versus Jericho.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Make it a hardcore match, make it a whatever you want match, just so anything goes.
Yeah.
Street fight, whatever you want, man. Let's do this shit. But yeah, Sabu caught me off guard.
yeah,
Even when he was saying all of the shit, like suicidal, homicidal,
yeah.
I was like, oh, don't fucking play with me. But
See,
you're Adam Cole, so
at first, I was because he said homicide. I was thinking he was just going to say homicide.
yeah, it would have made sense as well. But I'm so glad it was Sabu.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm trying to find my moment. There's a lot to choose from,
as always.
as always. But I think I'm gonna have to go with the World Trios Championship match.
Hmm.
AR Fox, Metalik, and Blake Christian versus House of Black.
Yeah,
This is why I chose this. And even though they have used him quite a bit, I want to see more of him. I want to see more Blake Christian.
yeah,
I know he loves doing his thing in GCW, and working the indies and all that shit, but you've had a decent amount of spotlight put on you being around AEW.
Well, that trio team that he has there with Melik and AR Fox, that's their team in ROH.
Yeah,
So you see them. I mean, those that have Honor Club get to see them. So
yeah. And you know, there's always going to be the crossover of being used on ROH and AEW.
and now with Collision coming, there'll be more opportunities.
Yeah. So I just want to see more of Blake Christian on AEW TV.
Especially because ROH is going to be filmed the same night as Collision.
Yeah. So give us more of that.
Yeah.
Give me more Blake Christian. I want to see more of that. Yeah, that's my only note for AEW this week for my moment. I want to see more Blake Christian because he killed it in this trios match, and I want to see a lot of single shit. Give me Blake Christian versus Jay White. Fuck yes, I'm sold. So hell
and
yeah,
and Menelik, he's able to do a lot more than he did when he was in WWE.
yeah. He's able to do a lot more. So you can give me Meta League versus Penta. You can
Yeah,
give me
Men,
you can give me
Menelik
a lot of shit, man.
Menelik versus Vikingo.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that one would be a good one. Yeah.
Or, or
Utilize the people that you're bringing in a little bit more, not just on ROH.
AEW started to get a good little stable of luchadors.
Yeah.
They got now they got Menelik they can use. They got Serpentico. They got Penta, Ray Phoenix, Rouge, and Jalisco. They got Bandito. Vikingo comes in there once in a while. Commander. There's a lot of them now.
Yeah. And the only note I got for Bandito is don't wrestle in white. It looks badass, but you bleed, bro.
That's what they Commander does that too.
Yeah.
Commander is in white too.
Yeah. You bleed, bro. So maybe don't wrestle in white. It looks badass, but you're gonna get blood on it. So
Yeah, I remember. I think it was Edge telling a story one time. Coming, he was wearing white pants. Coming off the top rope, he almost had a bacon strip. You know what I mean?
I need to go find that story now. Yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, lots of good shit from AEW, especially leading into Double or Nothing, which is tomorrow night. So real quickly, I got the match card in front of me. So I'm just gonna read them off like I do, and we're just gonna give our predictions. So to start off, we're gonna go the Hardy Boys and Hook versus Ethan Page and the Guns.
Oh, of course, the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, Hook Hardy.
Yeah,
Hardy Hook.
Hardy Hook.
Hardy Hook. We're gonna go with Hardy Hook on that one.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Zach. Hardy's all the way, bro. I see you. I wish I. What's up?
I was saying we were just talking the other day that hopefully after this is over, the Hardys can go after the tag titles with FTR.
Hell yeah. Yeah. We want to see that shit.
Have a Hardys FTR match at Wembley.
Oh, fuck yes, dude. And you know the Hardys have to have it one more time.
Yeah.
Before they call it. So, yeah. They get the win here afterwards. If they want to do that shit with FTR, they could burn the house down. So, hell yeah. Watch out, Seth. This one is going to be a pretty easy choice because there's a lot of people in it, and I don't have the whole list. The 21-man blackjack battle royal for the international championship.
Oh, Orange Cassidy is definitely going to find a way to keep that title.
Yeah, that's really the only question because we don't know who all is in it. So the only question really to ask is he going to retain or not? And I say yes.
Yeah, he'll find a way. He'll go back to 2019 Orange Cassidy and just stand there in the corner with his hands in his pocket.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, he would. So, yeah, we got Orange Cassidy retaining there. Please let this go the way I want it to go. For the TBS Championship, Jade Cargill versus Taya Valkyrie.
Well, yeah, of course, Taya.
Yeah, Taya. Look, we already had Bianca lose, so yeah, it's time for Jade to drop it. So
And for Zach, I know you don't watch AEW. Uh, Taya, she was Frankie Monet in WWE in NXT for a little bit.
this is the better version. This
Yes,
is why you need to watch AEW, because they bring out the better versions of people,
yeah,
of their they
like
let their full talent shine.
like I was talking about with Metalik,
Hell
who
yes.
used to be Grand Metalik.
You see, Zach, you see what we're saying? Take it from the people that watch the shows, bro. You need to watch it more. All right. Next match for the AEW Women's World Championship, Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm.
Unfortunately, I think because of injury, I think Tony Storm is going to get this.
Yeah. I think so too, because they even had a beatdown spot in the back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on Rampage.
I love Jamie Hayter and I love Tony Storm. So they're still going to do the best. They're going to get the best out of both of them in this match. But yeah, I think it's going to be Tony Storm as well.
I think it's a shoulder injury.
I think so too. They haven't came out fully and said what it is, but I'm hearing it's a shoulder injury. So not the most serious of injuries, but serious
Yeah,
enough.
because they're expecting her to be back by Forbidden Door.
Yeah. Yeah. So she could always work her way back up real quick.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to have to be Tony Storm on that one. And for the TNT Championship in the ladder match, Wardlow versus Christian Cage.
Well, even though Christian is king of the ladder matches, I'm gonna have to give it to Wardlow here.
I want to give it to Wardlow as well, but there's the question of Luchasaurus.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
So I'm gonna have to go with Christian because I'm gonna put this out there as fast as I could. Christian is gonna win. That way, whenever Jungle Boy doesn't, he can fight for the TNT Championship against Christian.
I see where you're going there.
Yeah, I'm thinking ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Thinking ahead on this one. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Christian. For oh god, I hope this one works out. For the AEW World Tag Team Championships, FTR versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal.
Team TNA.
Yeah, Team TNA.
And with Mark Briscoe as a special guest referee. And I honestly, I don't. Yeah, this could go both ways because right now, I don't think Mark Briscoe can trust any of them.
Yeah, I would think that Mark can trust FTR more, but after what happened, I don't think he's 100% trusting in them.
But I'm still gonna go for FTR to retain.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go for FTR as well, just because it's Jeff Jarrett, man.
It's 2023. Okay.
Yeah.
I took my picture with Jeff Jarrett in 1990.
Yeah, he's. I mean, don't get me wrong, he still looks good for how old he is, but come on, man. you got to stay away now.
Yeah.
So yeah, FTR for me as well. In an unsanctioned match, Chris Jericho versus Adam Cole, baby. I guess you know my choice.
Yeah, and that's actually my choice too. Adam Cole.
Yeah,
I know, I'm sure Sabu is going to do some crazy shit.
yeah.
I can't
It's
wait.
gonna get violent.
I can't wait to see what he's going to do.
It's gonna get very violent very quick.
Yeah.
And I'm ready for that shit. So yeah, I got Adam Cole. And from violence to even more violence, in the Anarchy in the Arena match, the Elite, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Hangman Adam Page versus Blackpool Combat Club, Bryan Danielson, Moxley, Claudio, and Wheeler Yuta. This is a tough choice. We all win. In the end,
Yeah.
we're all gonna
Oh
win.
yeah. I think even though they're not in, there's people that aren't in the match, but I think there are people that are going to get involved
Oh yeah,
anyway. Like the Elite, they have Takeshita, and they have Brandon Cutler and Michael Nakazawa. So I think BCC is going to need some extra help,
yeah.
maybe from CM Punk. Stop stealing kids. Sorry, the thing was going off.
Okay.
I say that every time that goes off because it's always Amber Alert. I was like, stop stealing kids.
It's either Amber Alerts or weather, and we have no weather for today.
Yeah.
So if we can quit jacking kids, man, I goddamn swear.
Anyway, back to this.
Yeah.
Uh, there could be a possibility we see CM Punk tomorrow night. Maybe make his return, help out the BCC.
Yeah, there's a chance of that. I could, yeah. I think AEW wants to bring him out just to get a feel of what reaction he's gonna get.
Oh, they're gonna get a big reaction
Yeah, but what kind of a reaction is it gonna be?
when that music starts playing.
Are they
Well, it
gonna?
depends. It depends who he attacks.
Yeah.
But then
So
again,
you're thinking BCC?
well, but then again, hold on. But then, yeah, you're okay. You're right because in this scenario, the elite are the good guys.
Yeah,
They are the faces.
yeah,
So you really don't want them to attack. You don't want CM Punk to attack them if unless CM Punk is going to turn heel.
yeah. And FTR also have the ability of being good heels. So it could be that they turn CM Punk heel with FTR
Yeah,
and continue that story. This
yeah,
is
because I know his first CM Punk's first feud is he wants to go against Samoa Joe, and we haven't seen Joe on the AEW side in a while, so
yeah,
I don't know if he would be face or a heel.
yeah. Uh I'm gonna go with BCC.
Oh, I never picked who I wanted.
Yeah,
um, yeah, I'm gonna say BCC as well.
I'm gonna go with BCC because I think it would make more sense to bring back CM Punk as a heel.
Yeah,
So I could see him coming out here and helping him out. So yeah, love the Elite, but I'm gonna have to go with BCC. And for the final match of the night, the four-way match for the AEW World Championship, MJF, the defending champion, versus Darby Allin, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, and Sammy Guevara.
okay,
This is an easy pick for me.
yeah, this is because I don't think MJF needs to have the title anymore.
No.
I'm out of the other three. I think Sammy has the best chance of getting the title.
Yeah, me too. Because like I said, Jungle Boy can go off and do his thing against Christian
Yeah,
when he beats Wardlow. And Darby Allin, as amazing as he is, I don't think he's ready for a championship just yet. At least not the world championship. And the cards are stacked against MJF on this one. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Sammy Guevara. People are gonna boo the shit out of it when he wins, and I am gonna be happy as fuck because you remember how I got the last time he
yeah,
won the championship in Garland.
yes,
That crowd
yeah,
hated it.
yes,
The whole row behind us
yeah.
hated it, and I was fucking bragging, pointing at my shirt. I
You
turned around and I started talking shit.
you yelled at a special kid.
Sorry about that. Look, man, I was in the moment. All
I
right,
know,
you can't blame me.
I know.
It was in the heat of the moment. Yes, I did that, and I still feel bad about it, but it was in the moment, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna love if they go with Sammy on this one, so I'm really hoping that's what they do. But either way, we're in for a hell of a night. I don't see one bad match on this card, except the possibility of one if it
yeah,
doesn't go the right way.
yeah.
But everything else looks fucking perfect.
And it's supposed to be a shorter show, not as long as we've had in the past.
Yeah,
Uh, I know Tony was saying that the only reason it went long last year was because it was on the same night as Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. So he didn't want to go head to head with that, and he wanted to wait it out as long as possible. And he even said that the buy rate jumped up once the basketball game ended.
yeah. So it's 9 matches, and I know he says he wants to go for about 4 hours, is what I heard. He wants to keep it around that time, but I could see it going a little bit over.
Yeah,
But I think around 4 hours is what we can expect, and it is starting at 7 o'clock.
yes.
So
Well, the pre-show, the kickoff is starting at 6.
6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they only have one match on
Yeah, that's the
the
Hardy
Hardy.
Book.
Yeah,
So 8 matches in 4 hours, that's doable. But either way, it's a badass night, so they can take 5 hours if they want to. We are not gonna work anyway. Fuck it.
yeah,
Go ahead and say it. So hell yeah, man. It looks like it's going to be a badass night tomorrow. So I can't wait for that. And even though he's not here, we're gonna keep it going because I found a question. I don't know how well I did in finding a question because this isn't my thing, but it is time to stump the brain. All right, let me pull up my question. Maybe I should have done that before I said it. Okay. So my question is, what is the date of the first show ever held in the original Dallas Sportatorium? Since you're a Sportatorium guy.
you're talking wrestling show, right?
Yes, inaugural wrestling event.
Okay.
So yes, the
I
first
mean,
wrestling show ever held.
I can't give you the exact date.
I will accept the month and the year. It doesn't have to be the exact day. If you can tell me the month and the year, you're good. If you hit the year, you're good in my eyes. But if you get the month, I'm impressed.
Let's see. We're talking 50s. Because I know Sportatorium opened in 1934. I'm going to guess. Because I'm trying to think back here. I'm going to say 1956 was the year.
You know, I had to pull up some facts just so I sound professional like Andrew. So here we go. I'm going to do my best, Andrew.
Okay, all right.
Built in 1934 by the Cox Fence Company, the original Dallas Sportatorium was constructed in the shape of an octagon and seated approximately 10,000.
That makes sense. It was built by a fencing company because it was 10. It was made of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
And seated approximately 10,000. Its inaugural wrestling event, promoted by Burt Willoughby, took place on December 9th, 1935.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah. So it was
That was long before.
Yeah, that was long before. But yeah, I was looking around for a question like I told you I was going to. And I'm like, I know exactly what I want to do. I'm gonna go Sportatorium since that's his thing.
So later this year, when the new the Iron Claw movie comes out, the Von Erich story, I'm gonna do a stream on here. I've been wanting to do ever since we started this. WWE had a documentary back in 2007 called "The Triumph and Tragedy of WCCW," and that tells all the history there on that. So I'm gonna around the time the movie comes out, I'm gonna stream it on here. We can watch that and talk about it as it's going on.
We should do it the weekend before.
Yeah.
That way it stays fresh in the mind.
Yeah.
All right. That's the plan. As soon as we get a release date, because we haven't even gotten that.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's gonna be an interesting night tomorrow. It's been a badass weekend so far.
And we'll be here tomorrow night.
Yeah, we're gonna be here doing a live watch along. So join us and watch us freak the fuck out, because that's what always happens when we watch an AEW pay-per-view.
And also, we haven't talked to him about this, but at the same time, AEW is having Double or Nothing. NXT is also having a show. They're having
They are.
Battleground. So we're going to talk to Andrew and see maybe he wants to watch, if he'll watch NXT while we watch Double or Nothing, and we can get updates from him. Because I'm pretty sure NXT is going to end before Double or Nothing.
Yeah, it's going to end way before Double or Nothing. So if he's able to join us, that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
So, like always, if you have any questions or comments, WrestleLost@gmail.com, WrestleLost on Facebook, and don't forget to give us a follow here on Twitch and on our YouTube page. So, until tomorrow, have a good night.
See you tomorrow.